Land Diaries. I've had just unbelievable success on my private pieces this season. Pretty much finished out on those already. It's November the 6th. It's about 6:20, 6:30, somewhere in there. And got out to the public this morning. Gonna be hitting it hard the rest of the season. Trying to continue on last year's success. With that said, I'm in a pretty familiar spot. Same tree that I shot my buck out of last season. And typically I don't hit the same spots all too often, season to season, but then again I do when most recent information tells me to be here. And really I wish I was here November 2nd and 3rd, 2 mornings in a row. Had some really good looking bucks show up on this camera here in broad daylight. I think it was like 8:15 and 8:30 or somewhere in there. The spot is pretty overlooked. It's right off the road. It's this opening within a lot of thick stuff. They usually break open some scrapes along this edge, and looks like they've been in here for sure. Other than the pictures, there's a couple of scrapes that I walked by walking in. It's a really easy walk in, but this is the first time I've hung this set in the dark, so it was a real fiasco. This tree's got a lot of vines on it and offers great cover, but getting into it was tough. But it's after shooting light. It's not as cold as it was a couple weeks ago when these bucks showed up, but it's still a little chilly, mid-30s, really calm, and it looks like these deer don't really move through here until a little later in the morning. So I really do like this spot. It's a great place to start. Really put the puzzle together out here. Muzzleloader season opened on Saturday. Obviously had some hunters in here, but hoping these bucks weren't around then. They're smart enough to kind of move out of here during that activity, so hoping to catch them crossing out of bedding or crossing into the bedding from feeding out in the fields behind me. Keeping expectations low as always. Hoping to continue my luck this season and hopefully go 2 years in a row tagging a nice buck off this property, so definitely won't be for a lack of trying. I'm gonna sit tight and enjoy the morning. Fingers crossed, hopefully we see some deer, and hopefully one of these bucks gives us a shot this morning. Well, it's about 9 o'clock now. Fortunately, no deer movement this morning. I've been hearing blue jays going off all around me. Usually that means there's deer up walking around, and I'm pretty convinced that I am in the area. These deer are definitely moving around in this piece, but like I said, none coming through here in sight this morning. So I'm gonna climb on out, get off to work, but leave the set in this stand and be back out here probably tomorrow morning. Good morning everyone, and welcome back. It is November 7th today. Just about 7 o'clock. Just got some good camera light and already had some pretty cool action out here. exactly what I'm looking for. Just didn't work out perfect right at shooting light. I could hear a stick or two crack and leaves moving out to my left. Definitely sounded like a deer, and it was. And it wasn't just a deer, it was a buck, and it looked like a nice buck. He worked through the edge of this thick stuff off to my left. And, I mean, it was legal shooting light. I had enough light to shoot, no camera light. But I've always told myself on public this camera isn't going to keep me from shooting bucks out here. But, you know, just didn't have a clear shot. There's a couple of holes that I have, and he stopped at this scrape off to my, directly to my left. And that would have been my shot, and I think there's a hole there. But with the amount of light that I had, I couldn't see where my arrow would fly. Just elected not to shoot and let him walk through. He walked through the scrape towards the road. Sounded like he turned around and ended up going back down the edge. So right now he's somewhere down out in there. So I'm just hoping he comes through. He could walk through in front of me. I got a lot of shot opportunities out there. It's just, if he had walked through in this opening in front of me, it would have been a done deal. It sucks. It's hard to come by deer sightings, let alone buck sightings out here, and to have one come by within range, within 20 really, and not be able to shoot him is real heartbreaking. But it's a beautiful morning. It's not as cold as it was yesterday. It's probably upper 40s, getting to 50s, and really calm. There's definitely two different bucks that I had on camera here, so, and that one didn't blow out here or anything. He just kind of moved on along, so there's potentially he could come through the opening, walk through one of these shooting lanes in front of me. Either way, I'm going to sit tight for a couple more hours and hope I catch one cruising through here. Fingers crossed, y'all. Stay tuned. Getting to 8 o'clock now, and it's real cloudy out. We got overcast skies all day today. So I'm gonna climb out of the stand and kind of still hunt my way into the woods a little further. There's a camera in there I've been meaning to grab that's been out there since the summer that I want to check. It's on a scrape that I know pops up, and I'd like to get into here and kind of scout a little bit. And I know that buck worked the direction that I'm going to be going, but the wind's going to be in my face, and he stayed on the edge of the property. It's not too far ahead of me, so definitely going to be taking my time with this. And I do have to get to work this morning, so don't have much time to do it, but I'm going to take my time. So I'm going to climb on out, and y'all be coming along with me if I see anything. Good morning, everyone. It is November 8th, just about 6:30, and got back out to the spot that I've been hunting on public. Hitting it hard these next couple of weeks, hoping to get it done. We got real close yesterday. Had that buck come through right at legal shooting light. Just elected not to shoot. But I'm excited about this sit. Hoping that deer coming through yesterday was a sign of more to come. I checked that camera that's deeper into this woods yesterday, and fortunately it stopped taking pictures. around October, but there were definitely a lot of deer on it up until then, which is kind of what I expected. But that scrape that was over was hammered. It's a beautiful morning. It's better than yesterday. When I left the house this morning, temps were in the upper 40s, but it's been dropping steadily on my way in, and I think it's in the upper 30s now, so the sun is just coming up. The wind is perfect, coming out of the south right in my face. It's a good recipe. Just hoping we can continue these good sits out here and get my eyes on a good deer. I know they're out here, and it's just a matter of time before one of those deer from last week comes back through here. But only one way to find out. I'm gonna sit tight and hope I have a deer coming through here soon. So it's about 9 o'clock now, and I gotta get out and get to work. Had a pretty good sit. Felt like I was in deer most of the morning, and had that spike come through 8 yards. I mean, just perfect. Just not the deer I'm looking for out here. Let him cruise on off back into the timber. I know there's gonna be one of these big bucks coming through here any minute, or any day now, so I'm just gonna continue to sit the rest of the week out here, I think. Wind and temps are looking good for tomorrow morning. Friday's looking kind of cruddy, but either way, I'm gonna get myself out here and give myself a chance of getting another buck on public land. Till then, guys, see you then.